Yo, what up,
We'll start off
friends?
with the NBA and the eliminated teams. So can we get in? Do you want Jake for Jake, or do we get into the Lakers? Let's just skip to another team, and then when he gets here,
Let's start with the other teams first, and wait till the Lakers till we get here.
We'll wait till all right, because we gotta roast him. All right, so the Clippers were eliminated. No Kawhi Leonard, but I hear he's available for Game 7.
Very funny. I see what you did.
Anyway, he's available for Game 7. So anyway, so what did the Clippers do? What do they need to change? Do they just come back the same what they've got? I mean, they locked in Kawhi for 3 years, $150 million. Do they just bring everybody else back? Do they try and regroup and maybe add a few pieces, get rid of somebody, one of these stars, quote unquote stars? They got Westbrook, they got PG, they got Harden, they got Kawhi, they got mid 2000s super all-star team or something. But I mean, what do they do, Omar? What do the Clippers do, man? It seems like every year we think that the Clippers might be good. They added Harden, obviously. They added Westbrook the year before, and Westbrook seemed to kind of work, take a backseat. I don't know what do the Clippers need to do to make a deep run? I mean, what's the answer? I don't know.
There's a couple different ways that they can go about this, but first of all, we need to look both to the future and to the past to see why we've ended up at this point. So, looking into the future first, the Clippers are going to be opening their own brand new stadium, the Intuit Dome, a new $1 billion stadium that is going to allow them to make a lot of money and have the players that they want to have or can afford to have, and be obviously a location in Los Angeles where people want to play. Now, let's look back to the past a little bit. You mentioned the Harden trade. Harden and Westbrook, whether or not they are superstars or not anymore, they both were very good players that meshed and cohesively well with the team. And the Clippers had a really, really good year.
Right.
The thing is, looking back to the past, they are tied to two players. The first player you already mentioned, the aforementioned Kawhi Leonard, who unfortunately, even though they are tied to the hip with him, has had a very injury-prone career, to say the least. Being the inventor of load management. So they are stuck with him. There's no choice there, right? He is going to be their face going into the new new stadium. But you know who else they're stuck with? PG. Paul George. Mr. Still can't get it. Mr. Still can't get it done in the playoffs. Playoff P ain't playoff P no more. Sorry. And also,
but Omar,
the Clippers
but he has a player option next season. He has a player option.
That's fine. And what would you think he would do? He's obviously going to exercise that, right? Because he's getting $30. It's like $35 million or something.
True.
But this is the other thing. Now listen to me.
$48 million.
No, I get. Okay, so that's even more. So I would definitely be opting into that. But if I'm the Clippers, right, we have to think about this more logically. Do the Clippers need to offer Paul George a long-term contract? And I'm not saying that because maybe Paul George. Because maybe listen to me, baby. Let me catch up to you real quick. I'm not saying that because necessarily Paul George is their piece they need to go along with Kawhi, or even if he could be that piece that if he starts playing at that level would get them to win a championship. I say this for this reason. They traded a future MVP in SGA, 4 first-round picks, and 2 pick swaps for Paul George. You give up that much, you have to stay with him, or unless you're admitting a very, very bad mistake.
Right. Yeah, and it looks like Russell Westbrook also has a player option next year, and Harden will be an unrestricted free agent. So do they try and have to re-sign Harden if they want to bring him back? He turned back into playoff Harden. He had a couple of good games, and then the biggest games he didn't show up. Canteen, what do the Clippers do here? What do you think?
So it's a travesty and it's a crime, man, that they have as much talent with Paul George, you got Westbrook, you got James Harden. How can these guys not figure it out and get over the hump in the playoffs? You know, they built what they call a big three, and they brought all these guys together, and they continuously cannot. They can't get over the hump, man, and it's a crime. They're so talented, and like I said, George is washed up. He washed up when it comes time to make baskets and make things happen in the playoffs. He cannot make it happen. Harden, he's pretty decent as he's always done. And Westbrook,
playoffs.
They just can't get over the hump.
Right. All right. Hopefully, our good friend Hot Take Jake has been listening, because we got to bring him on here. Hot Take Jake.
Sleeping Beauty. What's up, baby? You finally wake up for your little napsy poo?
On his sleeping music.
The best in the biz.
Dude, how do you not set an alarm? You know we have a show. How do you not just set an alarm? I don't understand.
Well, Omar, I'm working 12 hours before then, trying to get some sleep, buddy. Had to wake up at 2 in the morning, work crazy hours. You know, them chips got to sell, bro.
Okay.
Oh, pobrecito.
So what do you think the Clippers got to do, Jake?
Let's go.
What do the Clippers got to do here, man?
I think it's time to
Can't get rid of Kawhi.
I think it's time to let them all go.
Can't let
I
rid of
think
Kawhi.
it's time to sell everybody while you can. This is one of the worst grabs of all time, having Paul George, having Kawhi Leonard, James Harden. I told you. James Harden's a piece of trash. I told y'all that. I remember he was looking good. I was screaming away. Oh, man, he's back. No.
I mean, he did all right. He wasn't that bad. The regular season, he was pretty good.
Even the first couple of playoff games.
It was bad. And let me tell you something. For you to lose in the first round is embarrassing. So it's a slap in the face. You have all these stars around you.
You know who else lost in the first round?
And you couldn't do anything. Yeah, that was one person by himself. There's a difference. That's what I was saying.
Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. All right.
If Kawhi is smart, I get myself away and I go to either the Thunder. I would go to the Thunder.
Who does?
Kawhi.
Who are you talking about?
The only person that's going to be viable after this
Kawhi Leonard goes to the
is going to
Thunder.
be Kawhi.
He'd have to demand a trade. He's locked in, man, for 3 years.
Yeah, he'd have to ask for a trade.
I would get the hell out of there. And I know the Clippers owner wants star power because he's about to have that stadium opened up next season. And he's going to have star power for it. He don't want to build it and then nobody there. But let me tell you something, man. This is not working. This is embarrassing. You got to slap yourself. You lost to a team that plays no defense and two guys that can just shoot. That's it. Come on, man. There's no defense being played over there. And they beat y'all. Embarrassing.
Really? You really think
it's facts.
No defense being played?
The Mavs are not. Let me tell you something.
The Mavs probably played the best defense they played all year in this series.
I'm going to tell you right now. This is why I told you that the Thunder.
I mean, okay, that's not saying much, though. They've never been known as a.
Oh, no, but I mean, they played really solid defense.
The conference finals is going to be the easiest thing to look at. The Timberwolves versus the Thunder. The Mavs are not taken seriously. I'm telling you right now.
Okay. All right, so, hey, beware.
Okay.
I'll take Jake Jinx is on effect for the Timberwolves and the Thunder.
The curse. The curse of the hot take Jake. Anyway, so what we really all want to talk about, Omar, Lakers in 5, Lakers in 6, Lakers in 5, Lakers in 5, Lakers in 7, Lakers in 7, Lakers in 5. Shut that dumb stuff up, man. Get out of here. You're an idiot.
That's
in your own words.
Where they fired Darvin Ham. Now they're calling LeBron the coach killer. That stuff has come out.
LeBron the coach
like
killer.
8 or 10 coaches in the last 7 years. I don't know what it is. He's gone through a slew of
It's been
coaches.
a lot. It's been too damn many.
What do the Lakers do? I mean, was firing Ham the right, or is he the right thing to do? Was that just a scapegoat? What else can the Lakers do? Like our friend Hot Take Jake said, it's embarrassing to get knocked out in the first round. What
Yeah,
can
with having
So
stars
embarrassing.
embarrassing?
So embarrassing. Just, I mean, you're supposed to have two of the.
That's one of the first things I've heard Jake say that makes sense. It's embarrassing to get knocked out in the first. All right,
really
go ahead, Omar.
And you know what, Flo? He talks so eloquently about LeBron James and Anthony Davis, two of the top 10 players in the world, and yet here we are going out in the first round. The whole thing is burning down, and me and all the other Celtics fans are laughing all the way to the championship. The Lakers suck. I'm glad the Lakers suck. The Lakers are not going to be any good for the near future because they've tied themselves to LeBron. So for the next 10, 20 years, they're going to suck. So it really doesn't matter. LeBron's staying there until his son gets there, and that's going to make them even worse because his son's not that great. Anthony Davis is injury prone and almost done. They can't find the correct role players and keep getting rid of each of them. Reeves is gone this year. D'Angelo Russell may be gone as well. And what are they going to do? They're going to bring in some more old butt veterans to come in there and try to fix it up. Maybe a little Trae Young. Maybe man.
Go ahead.
Did he freeze up?
No.
Go ahead.
Flo muted me, so I stopped talking.
Hey,
I was trying to give him the little curse mode, but I didn't.
My bad. Sorry.
I messed it up. No, I messed it up. So go ahead, Ken. What do you think?
So pretty much, Omar covered everything in a nutshell. I mean, the Lakers are hit or miss, man. The Lakers are hit or miss, and what I mean by that is, like I said, AD's injury prone. They play better when LeBron is not in the game. For some reason, the Lakers play a lot better when LeBron is not present.
That is so
got
stupid.
guys like Reeves, he's hit or miss, and then you get guys like Russell.
Yeah.
Russell had one of the games, Russell scored like 30, 40 points. He was hot. Then, like the last game, he didn't hit nothing. He was cold as ice. So they are very
D'Lo.
Cold as ice.
D'Lo was a no-go.
They're temperamental organization. And here's my take on this. Firing Darvin Ham as a scapegoat. Why would you fire the guy with 2 seasons?
It was. Of course it was.
Somebody got to be blamed for it.
Here's the thing.
He had to end up, taking the blame for the BS.
Here's the thing, Canteen, and they're firing Darvin Ham. First time he's ever been a head coach, but he's been a coach in the NBA. To bring in another first-time coach, which just sounds like JJ. They're trying to bring in JJ Redick as the head coach. Is what it sounds
What a
like.
surprise!
No
Yeah, let LeBron bring in
even in the
another
NBA,
one of his boys.
Unlike at least Darvin Ham had coaching experience. Come on, explain yourself, Jake. What's up with your Lakers and LeBron, LeChoke?
What I saw was a coaching mismatch. I saw a coaching mismatch, and I saw guys not playing smart. Let me tell you something. This was hurtful, and it was pretty much embarrassing. You have LeBron in his 21st season doing everything he can, being the greatest of all time, doing the unthinkable. And he did everything he had to do to try and win this game, several games. And each time, they kept throwing it in his face, and there was nothing. You know what was really telling? Anthony Davis said one thing specifically. He says, man, there are times where we don't even know what we're doing offensively. That's a Darvin Ham issue. And I'm so glad they let the cat out the damn bag. Get this guy out, man. It's embarrassing. It's a slap in the face. It's ridiculous because here's the thing. You have to understand this. Darvin Ham has not proven anything. He hasn't done anything. And Mike Malone was giving him a coaching clinic the whole series.
He took you to the conference championship last year.
Hold on, Jake. Didn't he take him to the Western Conference Finals last year?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
LeBron did that.
Oh,
get
out of here.
That's right. I forgot about that guy.
I forgot to add. Hold on. What did they do? And this is Darvin Ham deserves, if I was doing a piece of the pie, Darvin Ham deserves 50%. No, I would say 40%.
Not even that.
I would say 40% goes to Darvin Ham.
Oh, my God.
50% goes to Rob Pelinka, and 10% goes to the players. And let me tell you why. Rob Pelinka, what did you do to help this roster get better before the trade deadline? He did nothing.
Yo, where's my sign? I left it upstairs. Where's my son?
He did nothing to help this team get any better, Flo. And go look it up. There was no changes. Come on, man. For you to be great, you have to have a third good player.
They brought back the team that got into the Western Conference Finals, Jake. The team that got him there.
I love Flo.
Right.
I love how he said 40% Darvin Ham, 50% Rob Pelinka,
and you're showing up with the same roster.
Right.
The best part was he said 10%. All the players as a whole. Okay, right. So, Jake, let me tell you the real percentages there in your little scenario, right? It's going to be Darvin Ham about 10% because he really has no say whatsoever.
Maybe 15.
Maybe 15. I'll give Rob Pelinka about 15, 20 because he is the GM, but he's still run by whatever LeBron says. And I give 60 to 75, 80, 100%, 150% to LeBron James, who runs that whole franchise, and all decisions are made based off of what he says. They won't even make a decision or make a move without his approval. So you know what? Take back all that. LeBron James gets 200% of the blame for the Lakers' demise.
Bull crap.
Hey, Ian, it is amazing. It's amazing that they let some bozo like this on TV. It is. It's real amazing that they let some bozo with horrible opinions on TV. I know.
Well, Omar, we are the bozos who let him on. So, I mean, we deserve some of the blame.
You are the bozo who lets him on. I don't let him on.
No, I'm speaking facts on this.
I get 50% of the blame for Jake.
I'm asking each one.
You get 100% of the blame for Jake.
To get this team better from this year to last year. From last year to this year. What did he do?
What did he do?
But Rob Pelinka can't do anything without LeBron's approval. So what does it matter?
I'm not hearing that. Let me tell you why.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
LeBron
How many coaches have been fired?
LeBron wanted Kyrie. Why didn't we get Kyrie? I'm not hearing that.
LeBron wanted Russell Westbrook. You got Russell Westbrook.
Okay.
Right? LeBron wanted AD. You got AD, right?
But sometimes LeBron
why didn't he get Kyrie?
wants things that are undoable, not doable.
Y'all didn't have the assets to trade for Kyrie. That's why. You didn't have enough.
Oh, no. They don't want to give up their 2027 first-round pick and their 2028 first-round pick, which is laughable because they're trying to think of the future. If you want to win a ring, and you got LeBron right now, you do it. You put all your eggs in the basket.
Jake, tell me this. So you say it's not LeBron, but if they draft Bronny James, does that really make the Lakers better?
Exactly.
And it's because of LeBron James.
No. They're just playing control with LeBron, trying to make sure LeBron stays because they know before LeBron, they were irrelevant for 10 years.
So they're appeasing LeBron, right? So most of this blame goes to LeBron because they're trying to appease him.
Is different from not getting Kyrie Irving in the offseason.
But isn't that a wasted pick? Most analysts say he's not even a lottery pick. And if they pick him, that's a wasted pick.
A wasted pick.
I got a question, Flo. Hold on, Flo. I'm going to counter that. Flo, I'm going to counter that, Flo. Right now, tell me right now, is there a rookie in the NBA, in NCAA that you can grab right now that will make that team a champion?
Yeah. Oh, I thought he was gone. Oh, damn.
Is there a player right now, Flo, that the Lakers have currently that they can go get in the rookies?
There's players that are better than Bronny that they could bring in. I can tell you that. That could help them next year.
Way better.
But will they?
Bronny won't even play next year.
Take them to the promised land, or will you still have to go? The NBA is all about free agency moves, not about the rookies. Don't.
And the only reason, think about this, Jake, and we know for a fact that LeBron and Dwayne Wade went in to get rid of Spoelstra, and the only reason he didn't get rid of him because Pat Riley stood up to them and said, no, he's your coach, deal with it. And that's the problem with the front office, that they don't back up their coaches. They listen to what LeBron wants, to LeBron's whims, whatever he needs. That's the problem, is that they're not have a backbone to stand up to him.
You're a champion. You're in the conference championship last year, and you show up this year with the same team, and you lose because of that. I got a question, Flo. Whose fault is it that they didn't have a damn timeout on that damn play where they could have tied the game up?
Well, that's
Look
the
at the
league
last
fault
game.
for taking the
There was
timeout.
not even a timeout left. LeBron
They
had to
won
throw
the
it in
challenge.
there, and they had to
They won the
beg for a damn
challenge.
shot.
If you would have been like, why didn't they challenge it? They had a challenge and they didn't challenge it. It's
Oh,
obvious.
no.
That's what they would have done.
That's
If they hit,
embarrassing that you don't have a timeout.
you would have
that
been
late
the
in game.
opposite side of that, Jake.
You know that too, and that's a Darvingham issue.
No, it's not. How is that?
Like
a
I
Darvingham
said,
issue?
it's embarrassing
Come
that you're
on,
trying to
Jake.
say, "Hey, grab
All
him,
right.
He's not going to
Move
change
on.
anything." Tell me a rookie that's going to change anything for
I
you.
love it. Watching
Mike-
y'all fall apart spectacularly.
They even fired the guy that took him to in the bubble. What was his name? That coach Omar. They won in the bubble. They got rid of him too.
Frank Vogel.
Yeah, they got rid of Frank
The younger
Vogel. He
guy,
took him to a
yeah.
championship.
What's
They-
Frank
Oh,
Vogel
no,
doing
what-
right now?
Whatever
what-
LeBron
what
wants,
was that?
LeBron
Lawrence
gets
Frank-
Frank.
right now?
I don't know.
What's
Whatever
Frank
his name
Vogel doing
was.
right now?
Huh?
What
It
is
doesn't
Frank
matter.
Vogel doing
Your
right now?
demise is tied to LeBron. LeBron's getting older.
I'm
LeBron's
asking a
done.
question
Lakers
to
are
Flo
done.
Real quick. I
What's
want
Frank
that
Vogel?
answer
Okay,
right
go
now. What is Frank Vogel doing right now? If he's this great of a coach, what did he do?
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
he
but,
got the
you,
same
but
but,
doing
but look,
crap.
he's not doing anything. But what the point
Exactly.
is that he got you the championship, and now you ruined the guy's name by firing him.
All I know is you let go of Frank Vogel, you still make the conference championship. I've seen Frank Vogel with a good team and not even got past.
But
the
then you
second
fire
round.
him too. So what does it mean?
You fire him too. So what does that mean?
But what I'm saying is the key piece is LeBron.
What
keeps
other-
taking you there?
Omar, you're the professor. What other team or player has had like 9 coaches in most of their career? Or they only had one that didn't get fired because the GM stood up for him. But possibly 10 coaches get fired under your tenure. How many coaches? How many players can say that? That's a record for any star player. Or
I think a lot. Hold on. I think during their time, I think Michael Jordan didn't have Phil Jackson at one point. He let go of other coaches as well. What was that coach before?
What?
him?
Okay. Okay. We're
No,
not.
that's
Phil
not
Jackson was the
anything.
one and only. What are you talking
Doug
about?
Collins. They had
Phil
Doug
Jackson was
Collins.
the one that won the
Exactly.
LeBron's
ring in
nickname is the
1990,
coach
1990.
killer for a reason.
What I'm
Yeah.
saying is that you lost. You got Doug Collins. You lost him. Same thing with Kobe. Hold on. Here's another thing. Kobe, after the Phil Jackson era happened early, the first Phil Jackson era with the three-peat, he had to go through multiple coaches as well. It's all about.
What
you
are you
have to
talking
There's a
find the
about?
difference
pieces
between-
first.
There's a difference between multiple coaches and 10 coaches, Jake. Okay,
Plus,
you're being very disingenuous right now with your argument.
What do you mean 10 coaches? What do you mean 10
Yeah,
coaches?
but here's the difference,
LeBron
Jake.
has had almost 10 coaches fired within his career.
Here's the difference, Jake. Those coaches that supposedly that Jordan got rid of, they weren't taking them any further into the playoffs. LeBron's had guys fired who took him to championships and tried to get a guy fired who took him to 3. I mean, he's let go of coaches who they've been successful under, and he still wants to get rid of them.
Here's the thing
Doesn't
that you
make
have to
sense.
understand.
That's the thing that doesn't make sense.
Darvingham went down. Hold on, let me get this straight, Flo. If I
No.
give you a raise
move
because
on.
you did good the first year, and the next year you don't sell as much, or you're not as nowhere near as great, am I supposed to keep you? You look like crap.
What?
What do you mean sell as
Oh my
much?
God. Okay, you know what? Let's just move on. Let's just move on.
As a coach,
Wait,
you are
this is
dependent on
ridiculous.
other people. You would be a manager of a
That's why I gave. Hold on.
department, not
That's why
selling
I gave
stuff.
Rob Pelinka more of the blame. Nothing was done for this.
Anyway,
team
all right,
to be
so let's move
successful.
on. Jake's obviously not going to listen to reason. So
Thank you, Ian.
speaking
Happy Mother's
facts.
Day to all the mothers out there. We love you.
Happy Mother's Day this weekend to all the mothers. We won't be on Sunday, but happy Mother's Day to all the mothers.
And if you love your mother, then go subscribe at The Bottom Line Sports right now.
If you love your mother, you're subscribed to the Bottom Line Sports on all your platforms. All right, so yeah, let's go. All right, so also the 76ers eliminated leaving Embiid as the only NBA MVP to not make at least the conference finals. What do they do there? I mean, they obviously got is it Maxey? They got a superstar in the making.
Tyrese Maxey?
Somewhat of a Robin to his Batman. What do they do there? What's the 76ers? I mean, is it just that Embiid got hurt late in the season and that's what hurt them? But they had a shot to win this game. I mean, they were playing tough for most of the game, most of the series. They just couldn't pull out the wins. What's going on here with the 76ers, Omar?
Let's not forget, y'all, that the 76ers were either in second or third place in the East before Joel got hurt. Before UL went down, they were a team to be reckoned with and a team that I, as a Celtics fan, was scared of to see in the playoffs with a healthy Embiid. Unfortunately, you're right. Embiid went down at the end of the year, and that's what hurt them, excuse me. Tyrese Maxey is going to be a heck of a player. He is going to be a all-NBA player one day, and the combination of him and Embiid is a good combination. And I do agree with Embiid when he said that he likes the team that they have right there around him. I do agree. Maybe they... Go ahead.
Okay. But Omar, wouldn't you say the 76ers overall are probably more talented than the Knicks?
Sure,
I mean, they have more talented players. How do they not beat the Knicks? I mean, they were... How do they not overcome that hump? How does Embiid not overcome as being a former MVP, as being one of those guys who are considered one of the top stars in the league? He's got to be. I'm going to give him.
I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He was dealing with Bell's palsy. You know, his eyes have been drooping. His face is kind of paralyzed. Not to mention just kind of recovering, coming back from the health issues he had at the end of the season. Tyrese Maxey having to go, a full 100% while Embiid was out. I think he hit a little bit of a wall there, even though he still spurned them on during the playoffs. And again, maybe they need to, where I was about to go is maybe one player they could, get out of their contract if someone would take it. I think he has a couple years left, Tobias Harris, and then maybe go get a couple other good role players that can fill out the team. But honestly, I think they have a good young team there. And if Embiid can stay healthy, they are a team next year that are a championship contender.
Okay, that's the key. If Embiid can stay healthy, and that's been the problem over the years. And
that's their whole key.
Healthy. And Cam, what do you think? Is it just a matter of retooling a little bit with the 76ers, or is it time to move on from Embiid? I mean, he can't seem to stay healthy all year.
To me, Embiid is the key around is the nucleus of that organization. Him, Tyrese Maxey. So you got to build around a guy like that. Hold on to him. They'll shake back next year, man. If he hadn't got hurt and he had been healthy a little bit longer, they would have made a run,
That's
man.
The key. He can't stay healthy every year. He's always getting nicked up.
But you can't discount the Knicks either. The Knicks were a way, way better team, Flo. The Knicks were spectacular. The frisky
Knicks. I said they were frisky.
Yeah. Frisky.
What? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe Jake will be back. Go. You had something else to say?
There he is.
No, I was good, man.
Okay. All right. Yeah. What do you got to say, Jake? What's up with the 76ers? Do they need to move on from Embiid? You're a guy who likes to say it's time to move on from a player.
Well, I mean, going off of a decade being there and you've done nothing, not even make the conference championship, I think it is time to move on. Let me tell you something. Embiid is one of the most weakest players I've ever seen. And let me tell you why. I've never seen a center look so good in the regular season and turn into mini-me in the playoffs. The guy doesn't look good at all against average centers that are around him. He should be dropping so many points on them usually. But of course...
Jake, you puzzle my brain sometimes, Jake.
I don't know what the hell the wolf is for. What is that?
I don't know. I heard a wolf somewhere.
I don't know, man. I heard a wolf somewhere too. I thought I was inside though.
I thought I heard something too.
Like I
I'm
said,
freaking out.
It's embarrassing. It's sad. And if I am the 76ers, I move on from Embiid. Maxey is your future.
So you say move on from Embiid? Wow.
That is an option. They could always, trade Embiid for, a bunch of picks and younger players, and like Jake said, go with Tyrese Maxey. You could.
In my opinion,
I wouldn't,
what I would
but you
do
could.
if I was them, because I know the Celtics are going to fail dramatically. I would talk to them in the offseason for Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum, whoever they're willing to move. Because I know for a fact,
Tatum ain't leaving Boston, man. Tatum not going nowhere. What are you talking about?
After they fail at this championship that they're supposed to, that's practically handed to them, that they will fail at, you will see a shift of them not, because I'm telling you, this is too long y'all been together and nothing has happened. It's embarrassing.
So your solution would be for us to trade Jaylen Brown for Joel Embiid.
I think it would be.
First of all, the Sixers are.
All right, guys. I found out what happened.
What happened?
It's the one, the only. Some people call him the roof. One, the only. Kabaddi is here.
Where'd Jake go? There he is. Good morning, Jake. Good morning, Jake.
What's up, buddy?
I've been waiting for Jake for a while. I've been waiting to see Jake for a while.
Yeah, it's been a
Why is that, Clubber D?
How you guys doing? I'm really bad to wake you up, Jake. You're a little cranky in the morning when you first got on here, but now you're running all cylinders.
Stone Cold Take Jake.
Yeah.
I like that one, Ian.
Yeah,
I like that, Ian. Holla at our Aussie fan base. Aussie. Oi.
Boy,
All right. So before we move on, did you have a little tidbit for Lakers in 5, Lakers in 6, Lakers in 7, Lakers in 8, Lakers in 9?
I was
Lakers in 9.
I was hearing a little bit of that mess, and it's like there's the goal line's moving on the blaming. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to get on LeBron because I like LeBron, but you got to call a spade spade. Some of us do, some of us don't. Some of us go overboard in the hate, some of us go overboard in the love. Let's find a middle ground here. Yes, he is a coach killer. Let's be clear about that. JJ Redick, that's going to be Steve Nash 2.0. Okay, you saw what happened in Brooklyn with that mess. Okay. Yes, LeBron's superstar. He likes to have his own type of coaches on there, but if the stuff's not working, he's just going to say, "Let's get rid of him." That's not the case all the time. You shouldn't do that,
right?
Vogel. And Jake, you're right about Vogel. Okay, I'm a Suns fan. He hasn't done nothing for us, but you can't buy chemistry. So we have no draft picks until 2031 or something like that. So we're going to be stuck in. Lucky to be playing.
But is that Black Vogel's fault?
No, that's the owner. That's 100% the owner's fault. Because our owner had an issue with Dan Gilbert. He's one of those real estate moguls and thinks he could just come in and be a Dan Snyder of the NBA. It's just not going to work, Okay. So,
that's
but
fair.
This blame has to do with LeBron too. Let's be clear. You're trying to get one of the greatest coaches of all time in Miami out of there, which was dumb.
Clubber D, what did they do in February to help LeBron with this roster?
What are they supposed to? Did they trade away Shai Gilgeous and all that? No, that was with Kobe. What are they supposed to do? What more is supposed to do? You want Anthony Davis, you get that.
You have to find something. Let me tell you something. If Austin Reeves is your third best player and he's not even a defender, why is there not a lockdown defender on LeBron's side right now? There's nobody that can lock down.
Well, Jake,
LeBron's already aged. AD is just a center type where he just stays in the middle of the court. You need a lockdown defender. The way that the Denver Nuggets have Aaron Gordon, the way that you see the Minnesota Timberwolves have lockdown players.
Yeah, he's going great.
Anthony Edwards plays lockdown defense.
They just got a team that plays team defense.
That's few and far between. You got to understand, Jake. This isn't playing NBA Live for all my old heads out there, EA Sports. You can't just get any player you want, all right? You can't just say, I want to trade this person. It's like this isn't 2K. You can't just be like, all right, I'm going to trade Johnny McJohnson on the bench and get Dwayne Wade on my team. You can't just trade anybody to get a lockdown defender. You got to make do with what you got.
Wade.
You know H fans don't understand this. You do H fans don't understand this. You make do with what you got. You can't trade all the time and get something to be champion, all right? Okay? You got to draft. Ask the Warriors. They did that to build their team.
Nothing in the offseason they did. They did nothing in the offseason, and they did nothing before the trade deadline. They let LeBron stick with this piss poor team and say, hey, carry us, LeBron.
You're contradicting yourself. Because you're saying, don't give up the draft picks. If the team is piss poor, what total is going to take them?
You get free agents, Clubber D. Kyrie was there.
That's not the trade line. That's just throughout the season period.
Could score 30 points, man.
What?
Okay.
Give us a lockdown defender you can get, Jake.
Yes. Who are you going to get?
Who are you going to get? And tell me how you get them.
You said a free agent, so I want to hear a free agent, not someone you can trade for, a free agent.
No. You can trade also.
They don't know.
Who's out there? Who's out there you can trade for?
Look, I would look at the bottom teams. Look at the DeMar DeRozan out there.
I don't know what he be talking about sometimes. He just be talking crazy.
That have players that are already ready to get out of their city.
Okay, what would you trade since you don't want to get rid of draft picks? Who would you trade on that piss poor team?
You just said get rid of draft picks. That's why I'm blaming Rob Pelinka. That piece of trash wants to think of the future rather than thinking of right now while you got the best player of all time in your prime.
That needs help because he's old with defense. That needs help. So he's not in his prime. He's past his prime. He's just playing well. All right. LeBron is another animal. He's his own category when it comes to athlete. But He's not going to play for another 10 years.
Okay.
He's not.
It's just a slap in the face, man.
No,
And
it's called
embarrassing
reality.
that this.
It's a slap. What is a slap in the face? It's called father
you know
time,
what?
brother.
But
It happens to all of them.
Hold on, and Omar, you know what? I should have expected this from the Lakers because you know what? On Kobe's last
here we go.
legs, they let him suffer too and not have a chance at a title. So you know what? I've understood it. I understand it. It's just the Lakers' way.
Yeah,
I get it.
What team has it?
You're
What
right.
team hasn't been
All
through
right,
this?
let's move on. I've had enough Lakers.
What team
You
hasn't
want
been
to talk
through it?
Bucks at all, or you want to move on? Let's move on to something else. Let's move on.
no, the Bucks just had injury issues. We don't need to stick to
Yeah.
it. It'll be fine.
Okay. All right.
Holla. $5,000.